everyone, and thank you so much for watching my channel, The Witty Turtle. My name is Anvesha, and right now I'm a CMA finalist. So, in this video, we will be solving some questions based on duality, and also we will be solving some basic easy questions which is there in CMA Inter as well as in CMA Final. So, yes, stay tuned and watch the video till end. So, before proceeding further in the video, let me make a small announcement that tomorrow I'll be taking the second class on the platform of Unacademy. The time is a bit different. So, the time is from 6 to 7 in the evening. And tomorrow is a Sunday and it is 29th of October. So, I'm hoping that you all will be free from the office and you'll be able to attend the class at 6 to 7, right? Which is a very convenient time for everybody on weekends. So for that you simply need to do one small thing, that you have to click on the link which is given in the description box below, and you have to sign up there, and you will be notified when I'll go live on the platform of Unacademy. So what are we going to do? We will be discussing concepts, we will be solving questions, and we will also be solving some MCQs, right? And it is relevant for both CMA Inter and CMA Final. You're having activity based costing in CMA Inter, paper number 12, management accounting, for 10 marks, right? It is huge. And in CMA Final, you're having in both the syllabus, and also it is an A category subject, A category chapter, right? So I'm assuming that most of the students will turn up for this. And yeah, so let's meet tomorrow. Coming to the first question of today, which is illustration 11 in syllabus 22 book, and it was illustration 38 or 39 in old syllabus. The question says that a company produces the products PQR from three raw materials A, B, and C. 1 unit of product P requires 2 units of A and 3 units of B. A unit product Q requires 2 units of B and 5 units of C. And 1 unit of product R requires 3 units of A, 2 units of B, and 4 units of C. The company has 8 units of material A. Okay, so this is talking about the availability of materials. 10 units of B and 15 units of C available to it. Profits per unit of product PQR are 3, 5, and 4 respectively. 3, 5, and 4 respectively. Now you have again 2 points. Formulate the problem mathematically. Write the dual problem. Okay. So whatever we studied in the question, all those things I have written in a tabular format here. So here the materials, the raw materials are mentioned. These are the finished goods, and availability of raw materials are here again. And the profit per unit of these three products are given here, right? Now, first let's understand, like let's assume that the number of units produced of these three products PQ and R are PQ and R only, right? So according to this only we are going to form the equations. Now the objective function in case of primal, right? This the first point is about primal. So in case of primal will be what? Obviously to maximize the profits. So the profits, the objective function will be what? Max Z equals to 3P plus 5Q plus 4R. Okay. Now what are the three constraints in this case? They are the availability of raw materials, right? So to produce one, okay, so how much raw material we need, raw material A we need? For manufacturing P we need 2 units, and for manufacturing R we need 3 units. So here it will be what? 2P plus 3R. 2P plus 3R. Now we have total 8 units of raw material available with us. So obviously we have to manufacture, like we have to use between 8 up to 8, right? It should either be less than or equal to 8, right? Similarly, in case of material B, we need 3 units for P, we need 2 units each for Q and R. So this is going to be what? 3P plus 2Q plus 2R. It should be less than or equal to 10 because we have only 10 units available with us. Then for raw material C, When do we need C? Only when producing Q and R. So we need 5 units for Q and 4 units for R. So they are going to be 5Q plus 4R. And it is less than or equal to 15. Why? Obviously because we have 15 units with us. Now, now the non-negative function, you can write that on your own. And the second point says that you have to convert that into dual, right? So in case of dual, what will be the objective function? That will be the opposite of this, which is minimize z. And in this case, what will be your objective? Your objective will be to reduce the usage of raw materials. So for dual, we are taking 3 variables known as A, B and C for raw material A, B and C, right, respectively. So the objective function of dual is minimize z, which is equal to 8a plus 10b plus 15c. Now in the dual equation, what are the 3 constraint functions? Here the 3 constraint functions are to maintain the profit amount, maintain this much of profit anyway, right? So here it will be what? 2a plus 3b. It should be less than or more than? It should obviously be more than or equal to 3. Why? Because here we are talking about the profit, right? And anyway, when we are talking about minimization, so in that case, what will be the sign? More than or equal to sign will be used in case of minimization. Similarly, what will be the second equation? The second equation is 2b plus 5c is more than or equal to 5. Then we have 3a plus 2b plus 4c, and that is equal to what? That is equal to more than or equal to 4. Why is it 4? Because the profit is 4 in this case. You have to maintain at least this much of profit, right? Then you can write the non-negative function on your own. So I hope by now your concept on duality and primality is clear. So yeah, let's read the next question. The next question that we are going to solve now is illustration 40 from old book and illustration number 12 from your CMA Inter New Syllabus 22. So the question says that 4 products ABC have rupees 5739 profitability. First type of material which has a limited supply of 800 kilograms, which means this is your constraint, right? That is required by A, B, C and D at 4 kilos, 3 kilos, 8 kilos and 2 kilos, okay, per unit. The second type of material has a limited supply of 3 kilos and is for A, B, C and D and is required for A, B, C and D at 1, 2, 0 and 1 kg per unit, right? Then supply of the other type of materials consumed is not limited, so they are abundantly available, right? So that is not a constraint for you. Machine hours available are 500 hours and the requirements are 8504 hours for A, B, C and D per unit, okay? Then it says that labor hours are limited to 900 hours and requirements are 3215 hours for A, B, C and D. So this was about machine hours and here the constraint for labor hours is also given. How should the firm approach so as to maximize its profitability? Formulate this as a linear programming problem and you are not required to solve the LPP, obviously. So here, this is a very easy question. Direct things are given here, right? So here, what will be the solution? You have to take the number of units of A, B, C and D. So x1 is the number of units of product A, x2 is for B, x3 is for C, x4 is for D, right? Now, since the amount of profit is given to you, so here what will be your objective function? Obviously it will be to maximize the profit. So here it goes, max z equals to 5x1 plus 7x2. Since it is given, so it is very easy. We have been doing this till now. 3x3 plus 9x4, right? Then This table is basically optional in exam. You can do this for better understanding so that कोई गलतियां ना हो exam में. Like this, you can write everything clearly in a tabular format. Then after that, you can solve these, you can formulate these constraint functions very easily, right? So these are the data which is given by the question only, right? So out of this, what will be the first constraint? Obviously, 4x1 plus 3x2 plus 8x3 plus 2x4 should be, this is the maximum amount of material available with you. So this addition should be less than or equal to 800. Similarly, for type 2 material, x plus 2x2 plus 0x3 plus x4, it should be less than or equal to 300. Similarly, machine hours are x12 plus 5x2 plus 0x3 plus 4x4 should be less than or equal to 500. Then labor hours will be 3x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 plus 5x4 should be less than or equal to 900 hours, right? And at the end, you have to give your non-negative function that all the variables are more than or equal to 0, right? I hope this is clear. Then we are going to solve the next question, which is question number 41 in old syllabus, and in new syllabus it is question number 13. So this question says that mutual fund has cash resources of 200 million for investment in a diversified portfolio. The table below shows the opportunities available, their estimated annual yields, risk factor and term period detail. Formulate a linear programming model to find the optimal portfolio that will maximize the return. So here comes your objective function, which is to maximize the returns, right? Considering the following policy guidelines, all the funds available may be invested, right? Weighted average period of at least 5 years as planning horizon, okay. Then weighted average risk factor not to exceed 0.2. So the total risk factor should be what? It should be within 0.2, right? Now, what is the meaning of this? This means that the weighted average period should be at least 5 years, right? Then the fourth point says that investment in real estate and speculative stocks to be not more than 25% of the money invested in total, right? And here in the table, every detail has been given to you. What is the investment type, annual yield, and these are in percentage. Then risk factor has been given to you. This is basically probability. Then your term period has been given to you. Okay. Now, since in this question there are different kinds of investment on around which all these figures are revolving, so here we need to take the variables which will represent all these investment types, right? So x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, these are for 6 types of investments, right? Which are in this manner, respective manner. Right. So since the question says that you have to maximize the return, so obviously what will be your objective function? That is maximize z equals to, obviously this is your annual yield. So this way only you will be able to maximize your returns. So your objective function will be what? 9.5x1 plus 8.5x2 plus 12x3 plus 15x4 plus 32.5x5 plus 35 x6, right? This is going to be your objective function. Then coming to the constraint functions. So in the constraint function, what is it saying? The first constraint here will be, see, it says that all the funds available may be invested, right? All the funds available may be invested, which means that x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5 plus x6, it should be less than or equal to 1, which means all these, whatever amount of money is given here, whatever funds you are having, all the funds shall be invested. Now this is the only constraint function you need to remember, because I know this is a bit confusing. One, why are we saying? Because here we are like अगर पूरा का पूरा fund 100% होगा, so out of that we can divide them in a particular ratio if we get to know what is the, like, how much amount is there, right? So, and also we are considering real estate and speculated stock as 25%. So according to that we are considering this as 1. So basically this is the 100%, but 100 लिखने की जगह हम लोग यहाँ पर 1 लिखेंगे. Okay, this is very easy. मतलब अगर बहुत ज़्यादा सोचोगे तो confusion होगा, but yeah, this way you can remember. Then the next point says that your risk factor. Okay, risk factor is given here, that the total weighted average risk factor should not exceed 0.2, and also individual risk factors are given to us, which means 0.02 x1 plus 0.01 x2 plus 0.08 x3 plus 0.25 x4 plus 0.45 x5 plus 0.4 x6. All those things should be less than or equal to 0.2. Why is it so? Because it should not exceed 0.2 as given in the question, right? Then the next point talks about a weighted average period should be at least 5 years. At least 5 years का मतलब क्या है? It can be more than 5 years, but every investment decision, every investment policy should be for at least 5 years, which means here your term periods are also given. So it will be 6x1 plus 4x2 plus 3x3 plus 5x4 plus 3x5 plus 10x6. All these things should be more than or equal to 5. Why more than or equal to 5? Because the question has said minimum 5 साल होना ही चाहिए. It can be more than 5 years, but at least 5 years you have to keep. So this total period should be more than or equal to 5. Then the next point says that investment in real estate and speculative stocks should not be more than 25% of the total fund. So obviously your speculative stock and real estate, which is x5 and x6, should be less than or equal to 0.25, right? This is 100%, this is 25%. This is 25%, this is 100%, right? And at the end, you have to provide with the non-negative function, right? So that was it for today's class. If you really find the video interesting and helpful, insightful, then please don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe to my channel, like my video, and share this video with CMA Inter students and also with CMA Final students.